Alright, good evening everybody. How's it going? We are going to go ahead and get started here shortly. Let me go ahead and switch my views over, turn the music down a little bit. Boop. There we go. Alright. Lee, hope you're having a good start of your holiday weekend. I know you don't quite have weekends the same as everybody else, but still, it counts. Hope everybody else is having a great day. Welcome in. I am Dan, and welcome to the channel. Here we play games, sometimes like filthy casuals. We talk about life and support one another. And tonight we're playing some Star Citizen, and we are going to do some salvaging. Lee, does my video look a little blurry to you, or is that just in the Twitch preview that I see that? Looks good in OBS, and it looks problematic in the Twitch stream manager. Ooh, made food? What did you make? I made some really good potato soup. Oh, it looks good? Awesome. Also, Melkor, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Melkor, you've got... Actually, I think it might be over. I think you missed your chance to rent an Origin ship. Melkor has tried... he has dabbled a little bit in Star Citizen during previous free flights. Oh, cool. Crystal clear 1080. Yeah, it's supposed to be 1080. As much as I'd love to stream it in 2K, or whatever's in between 1440. I just don't have the internet for it, which is a tragedy. So, anyway, yeah, Melkor, you missed your chance a little bit on the 890 free flight. Your chance to fly the space yacht for free. I had fun, but the bugs got me eventually. Yeah, honestly, like, if you don't want to deal with the bugs, it's definitely, thing is, Star Citizen's development is going to keep going for years. So there's always time to hop back in, you know, a year or two, and, like... They are awesome. Games? I write. Things look good on OBS, and I just saw the bitrate on Twitch absolutely tank. So it is probably doing the same on YouTube. Sorry for the technical difficulty. If the technology cooperates, hey, I should be. Oh yeah, you're in Hawaii. I'm sure your ping rate is not awesome. Which might be a pain if you're playing, especially if you're playing, like, FPS games, for sure. Let me fix my scroll text, and let's see if this, Come on. Salvage mission. Are you mad, Visual Studio? There we go. Hey, Davkind, how's it going? We're dealing with, quick technical difficulties here. But we are working on running some salvage missions in Star Citizen. If the internet will cooperate. And it seems like... No, your computer is... My computer is the one making the noise. I need to, like, find a way to mute that whilst I am streaming, because that's kind of annoying. And I want to click on something. So yeah, what are we going to do tonight? What's our goal? What are we trying to accomplish with our lives? What we're trying to do is we want to get the good salvage missions, and in order to do that, we have to do less good salvage missions. So the salvage missions are unique in that we... Yeah, why are you making noise? Well, especially because you had some computer problems earlier. Hey, Super Whatever, thank you very much for dropping by. How's it going? How is your holiday weekend starting out? Hope it is excellent. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to run these salvage missions, and these are unique missions in that we actually pay money to take them. And they give us the location of a ship that we can go salvage. We salvage the ship, and we get to keep whatever we salvage off of it. So, we're going to grab our Drake Vulture out of here. And this is stock right now because they just pushed a new patch. I've still got some of the rented ships that I got from IAE. I've got a Drake Herald, which is a completely pointless ship at this point in the game. And anyone that tells you otherwise is full of cope and lies. And, like, I can understand why they would be lying to themselves about the Drake Herald. Thought this would involve Chili. Oh. Wait. Okay, I spelled it right. I had to do a double take there. No Chili, although I did have a conversation with some coworkers about Chili today, because one of them mentioned this hangar is dark. The coworker didn't mention the hangar is dark. I'm just noticing that. But I'm just doing a little walk around of the Vulture so y'all can see it. One of my coworkers mentioned that he was making chili for Thanksgiving. And so I asked him, "Sir, what goes in chili?" Because I know that's a contentious argument. And his chili, bless his heart, he's a great guy. It sounds like nonsense Midwestern bean-based soup, which is not chili. Ideally, the purest form of chili. You know, the everything goes in chili? No, not everything goes in chili. No, beans don't go in chili. You can put beans in your chili and maybe still have good chili, but the ideal chili does not contain beans, and I will die on that hill. And that's fine if you want to. And he puts like beans and green peppers and red peppers in his chili. That's not what this is supposed to be at all. Hey, Caffeine, how's it going? Welcome on in. We're just having a spirited discussion about chili. No, that's not Texas chili. That's correct chili. And it's okay. Like, I'm even okay with, like, hey, we can call the chili with beans and weird stuff in it chili. As long as we can all be honest with ourselves and admit that it is a variant chili, and that the OG chili does not contain beans. Texas chili has no beans. I would say that Texas chili might not have beans, but like chili, like the platonic form of what chili is, doesn't have beans. Okay, where is the closest? Hurston, Microtech L5, Crusader L5, where are those? Microtech, I gotta look at the map. Okay, Microtech L5 is not too far away, we can go there. We can go there, and I'll just yell about chili while we're on the way. That'll give us something to do. Correct chili equals better chili. Yeah, definitely. I do like both, but I also don't think that, like, green peppers and stuff like that have a place in chili. This guy was talking about putting green and red peppers in it. That's not the kind of peppers that go in chili. Oh, your husband found the present. Oh, that sucks. I mean, hopefully he's still happy, but that's a bummer. Also, kudos to you for buying a present well in advance. Beans were very easy to get beans back in OG chili times. You know, this is gonna require some research on my part on the etymology and, like, history of chili. He hates it. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry, Lee. That is a turbo bummer. I guess maybe you can return it before Christmas and surprise him with something if you wanted to, but that still stinks. But yeah, I mean, I get the argument that, you know, beans are cheap, but just not sure. Oh, it was on your Amazon. Well, that's perfect. I mean, it still sucks that you didn't like it, but you got time to change it up before. I would argue that as far as chili ingredients go, like, meat is at the top. You know, that's your top tier ingredient that should be in chili. And then beans. And then everything else. Right? Other than, like, some tomato paste, perhaps, to get it actually tomato-y. But I don't want to take a bite of chili and have, like, a tomato and a green pepper and no meat. Like, I do a chili recipe. I think Caffeine's had it before. Which is, burger. Which, you know, obviously I drain it so it's not just a ton of fat floating to the top. Burger. Like, pieces of steak. Like a tougher steak that can, you know, soften up. Like top round or something. And, bacon. Corn is okay in it. Caffeine, sir, you have smoked too much of the devil's lettuce today. Say such crazy things. I love and accept you as a person, but corn and chili is simply madness. Corn. Whew. It's just coming in. We're 18 minutes into the stream and Caffeine's coming in with some super hot takes. Yeah, that kind of corn. I would listen to corn whilst I ate my chili. But I would not put corn in my chili. I would put corn into... I made a delicious soup this week because something about the cold weather has turned me into an Eastern European peasant, and I've been eating a lot of potatoes. And I made a hamburger and potato soup with mixed vegetables. It was really more of a stew by the time I was done with it. And that had corn in it. But not... You know, that wasn't chili. Although I guess if everything's chili, I could have called that chili. I've seen corn a couple times. Yes, I have. I think I've seen them twice. They are awesome. If you're a fan, even if like Korn isn't a band that you listen to anymore because you've kind of moved out of that kind of music or you know, you're over it. If you liked Korn as a younger person and they come around near you, I would highly recommend seeing them. They are a ton of fun. They sound great, but also because it's not 2005, okay, super whatever, like, we can still like things. But Korn has the vibe when they play that they are not, like, they play the old stuff. They play a lot of the old stuff, like a really good selection of it. And you don't ever get the feeling that they're like, oh, we gotta play Freak on a Leash. Like, they love it. Like, they are having so much fun on stage, and they just seem like they're glad to be there. I was 3 in 2005, but I do still like the Wiggles. I actually saw Baby Metal a few weeks ago. They were good. I was not there to see Baby Metal, if I'm being honest. I was there for Death Clock. And Death Clock absolutely, yes, 3 times? 3-ish? Have you seen Slipknot with me, Caffeine? They're very good live. They're so much fun live. They're an experience. One of the times I saw Korn, they were opening for Slipknot. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Super. Like, I'm so sorry that you didn't get to see Death Clock. It was amazing. Like, however good you would think Death Clock might be, they were better. Like, they were just so much fun. They were so good. And it was cool. They did Death Clock. Death Clock is the fictional metal band from Metalocalypse. And they did an absolutely great job. Moving some screens around. Yeah, Brandon Smalls is just... He's a musical genius. He's so good. And his side project stuff is also very good. Yeah. Who Panic? Yeah, they're awesome. They are also very solid. Yo. So yeah, Caffeine, how were the rest of your performances? The rest of the shows? I went and saw a play that Caffeine was in this Friday. Last Friday. It was really good. It was a good time. I haven't seen any of his TikTok or Instagram stuff. Check that out. Alright, we are almost to the salvage claim. And our goal here is not really to make good money on this salvage claim. We just need to knock some of these out. Basically so that we can rank up and be allowed to do better salvage claims. So that's what we're doing here. This won't be really good money. It's only an RSI Scorpius, but... Oh, that'd be cool. Friday and Sunday were record audiences. Monday was... Why was Monday brutal? Just did nobody show up? Or just... Was it like the fourth night in a row and energy was down and the performance didn't go as well? Because Friday was solid, but that's why I went to opening night. Because opening night, you know, you've got like super high energy, generally, and also there's the highest chance of some sort of mishap occurring that is going to be hilarious. And I can just enjoy watching the performer, like the actors, just struggle to overcome some sort of shenanigans. Like there were a couple times, the play that they were doing, I think, is set in the 1930s-ish, something like that, or it was released then. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. But Caffeine's character at one point like slams a phone down into like an old school phone. And I was just waiting. It was like, is that phone just going to snap in half because he's gonna like hit it harder than he did in rehearsal? Or there was a lot of oh, didn't leave until after midnight. Yeah, that 10s, 20s. Okay, so it, like, I think the play came out in 34. If I remember, I looked at Wikipedia briefly. But yeah, I was waiting for either the phone to snap in half, for someone to just completely faceplant over a couch, or for, there's a lot of pounding on walls and slamming doors that happened in the show. And I was just waiting for, like, the whole door frame to come out. Like, I didn't want that to happen, but I was like, it could happen. Because everybody's energy is probably up a little bit compared to rehearsal, and somebody's just gonna not think about it. And, take something out. Alright. Tried musical theater in high school. The doors were... I'll bet they were. I was like, I don't care, like, you know, unless you actually manually built doors to, like, my standards, with all the slamming that you were doing, something's gonna be a little off. And the thing is, for sets, you're not usually building them. to, you know, like residential or like super high security durable standards like at my house. We had to fix. That's funny. What? Not the most carpentry at its finest. Yeah, pretty much. I think if I had the time, it would be cool to get involved with one of the theaters near me. I've thought it would be fun to try doing set stuff, just to help with that and be part of it, meet some people, get out of the house. And, you know, basically just do some light carpentry and schlepping stuff around. Because I'm certainly not like a set design artist of any capability, or I wouldn't be, but I can build doors. Done it myself. Alright. So I kind of blew past the salvage claim, but not as badly as I sometimes do. So let's throw the old speed limiter on. And come into this thing. So I did set a keybind recently for my my speed limiter, so that instead of having it either on or off, or instead of like scrolling it up and down, it just goes on and off now. So it's either limiter on or limiter off, and they changed the way this looks. As much as you love acting, I'd prefer to be the tech/stage manager. Oh man. So here's what we'll do. If you ever do a production like in my area, again, Caffeine, where it's not 7 hours to drive to go to it, I will have to come be a stagehand, and you can order me about to assemble and schlep things. That'd be a good time. They definitely... Ooh. They changed the salvaging interface quite a bit with this patch. I have not salvaged since 3.21 dropped. And I don't hate this. Like, it's much... They definitely compacted everything. But all the information is all the information is still there. It's just kind of scrunched together. Also, welcome in if you are watching on YouTube or anywhere else. Feel free to say hi. I forgot to say we are live on YouTube as well tonight. We are doing some basic salvaging missions so that we can kind of get our salvaging rank up and do some more expensive missions. You lost me on the Rosen Road. Oh, Space Invader time. Down south by the Air Force Base? No, that's not too far. You'll have to let me know. Just keep me posted. Depending on when it is and what's going on, unless work's going totally crazy at the time, should be able to do that for a season. I actually have, I'll have to tell you his name. I work with a guy right now who's really involved in theater in the area. Caffeine, I'll have to let you know what his name is. You've probably met him. I won't dox him on the internet, but he is kind of a smaller gentleman, probably about our age or a little younger, and he always wears black turtlenecks. Not during the winter, fall, and early spring. He, yeah, cool, okay, April, May. Like, he only wears black turtlenecks, including in the summer. It's like a lifestyle. Not the black turtlenecks. Nope, only black turtlenecks. Like, full-on Steve Jobs, this is my life uniform. He does rock the Steve Jobs. Even when it's 100 degrees outside. Walks into work wearing a black turtleneck. And I don't really get it. I mean, I've definitely gone through times in my life where I wear the same clothing all the time, but it was like gray t-shirts. And then I adjusted layers to make sense. He does not do that. He commits. And I don't understand it, but I commend him for his commitment to the bit. Alright, we're gonna swing down here and get the belly of this Scorpius. So where is it even showing me how much salvage I've picked up so far? Looking. Oh, cargo down there in the bottom right. Okay. So 61 out of 100, 62 out of 100. Yeah, if I could have gotten a better ship to salvage for the first one, I would have taken it. The problem with the Scorpius is that it's all edges. And pointy, like, excessively pointy ships are annoying to salvage because you've got all these little knobby bits you've got to navigate around. Probably my least favorite is the Andromeda. I got one of those once because I didn't think that the other ones would be as good while I was trying to get my salvage rank up. And it was a miserable experience. I spent way too long, like, moving my ship around, trying to get all the little nooks and crannies of the, Yeah, exactly. Eventually, so right now, I'm gonna move these boxes, get them out of the way, so that we can do more salvage. Right now, we're just scraping the outside of hulls with salvage. Eventually, we will be able to actually consume the entire ship, which will be awesome. And we'll also make it so that we don't have to worry about the knobby bits. We can just kind of, you can hit the high points with the hull scraper, and then just, like, leave the rest and just munch it. Instead of the stripping of the hull that we have now. Get a little closer. So, oh, hey, why don't we... There we go. Oh, that's maybe too much light. They buffed the headlights on the Vulture. That was needed and appreciated. Before, the Vulture had these really weak, like, anemic little headlights that didn't really illuminate anything. And they were terrible. I am scraping the hull off of it. It is a abandoned or destroyed or something bad happened to it ship, and so I paid 5,000 credits to get its location, and now I am pulling all of the valuable materials off of it for fun and profit. But the idea is, once I do this enough... Yeah, I saw that, Caffeine. It was definitely needed. I'm looting, yeah, exactly. But if I do a couple of these, like, lower level salvage missions, I will get access to bigger ships, which will give more salvage. And I will also get access to risky salvage missions, which cost more, come with a time limit, after which the police show up and try to chase you away. But they also have some valuable loot sometimes. And I know that they nerfed that loot with this most recent patch, so I kind of want to get up to it and find out how badly they nerfed it. This one's being a pain to salvage. I think there's a bunch of material. Like, this ship has folding wings, kind of like an X-Wing. Star Wars. And I am thinking that there's a lot of material in between the wings that I'm having trouble getting to. But we'll get there. I do like salvaging. It is one of the more relaxing activities. Oh, it's pretty chill. Kind of just color by, or like fill in the, it's like coloring in by and having an outline. Words evaded me there for a moment. But it's definitely more chill than like combat against NPC missions, and it's comparable or better depending on which tier of missions you're doing, and you know, what ship you're using. Come on, bro. How do you still have a third of your salvage remaining? Where are you hiding your tasty bits that I must consume? Ah, or backside? Aha, there we go. There's some. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna make a lot of money off of this ship. The idea is really just to get it done so that I can get to better ones. And I will have to take a little break here at some point, because I do have a grocery delivery that is being delivered tonight. So I'll have to haul that inside. I got myself some of the Thanksgiving stuff that I actually want to eat. Like stuffing and some cranberry sauce. I am going to a Thanksgiving tomorrow, but I don't know. I thought I might want to eat some stuffing at home at some point, so I got some, as well as I replenished my stock of potatoes, because I've been eating a weird amount of potatoes lately. I think that's like the theme for this winter. Just eat more potatoes. Make Slavic food choices. Stuffing, yeah, stuffing is the best. And I wanted to get my own stuffing because I'm going out to a friend's to hang out with his family for Thanksgiving for a while tomorrow. And he's got an uncle-in-law that makes a lot of the food, and he's a pretty good cook, but he does weird stuff. Like, he put large slices of onion and vegetable in the stuffing last time, and it's so unnecessary. Like, stuffing was stuffing was already good, bro. You didn't have to jazz up the stuffing. You're in charge of sandwiches and ice. Interesting. What kind of Thanksgiving sandwiches are you doing? Are they Spam sandwiches? I know Spam's kind of big in Hawaii. And I am a Spam aficionado. Yeah, ice is easy. What is a funeral sandwich? Inquiring minds want to know. My salvage beams are, like, cranked off at a weird angle. No spam in the sandwiches, but spam is good. Yeah, spam is good. I've got, like, probably another year's supply of spam, because it was on sale at, I want to say Costco. Like a really good sale. It was like $1.25 a can. So I bought as much spam as they would let me buy. Ham and cheese slider soaked in a glaze for 24 hours. That sounds really good. Alright, where's the remaining material on the ship? Give me your tasty bits, sir. You know you want to. Jeez, funeral sandwiches. Huh. Well, today I learned something new. That is, what a funeral sandwich. There we go. See, it was the wings. Oh, we're so close. We're done with this stupid Scorpius. Okay, cool. We are not going to try to get anything else off of that. We've done enough to complete the mission. There's a station around somewhere. There it is. I want to go there. And, fill up my fuel. There we go. Don't really need to restock anything else. I just need some fuel. I don't know where my next mission is going to be. Although we could look at that. So we're at Microtech L5, so we're pretty close to Crusader, a couple of Lagrange stations, what is it? Crusader L3, Arc L4, Microtech, or ArcCorp. So I just did a 5,000 credit mission, so yeah, now I will be doing a 20,000 credit mission. Vanguard Sentinel. Now, I do think there's probably more material on this Origin 400, but I know that the Vanguard Sentinel, it's like, it's a very smooth ship with smooth lines, kind of rounded off, so it's going to be easy to salvage, which matches our goals, because we're not really trying to make a ton of money on these early missions. We're just trying to do a little bit of a rep grind to get the missions that we actually want. My family's made them forever, and it started with my grams making them for events for my mom. Now it's my turn. Like, the knowledge of the funeral sandwiches has been passed down to you. Now it is your turn to create them. Okay. Just gonna jump on this pad real quick here. We're not doing a real Thanksgiving. Charcuterie, baked rolls, biscuits, sandwiches, and that sounds pretty good, though. That sounds really good. You know what you should do is you should make charcuterie, but also have a gravy bowl, so that if you choose, you can just dip anything you want in gravy, because it's Thanksgiving. Gravy's what we're here for. Okay. That pad doesn't seem to want to let me repair. Let's stop blinding ourselves with our headlights and land again. Censored finger foods. Oh, Lord. Twitch, you're out of control, man. That wasn't even Nightbot. That was, it's Twitch being overly ambitious. Okay, that pad doesn't want to give us fuel. Let's go talk to this pad. We do have some turkey and some gravy I could wiggle. Yeah, that sounds great. Snacksgiving is a great idea. Let me get fuel now. There we go. Wait, what? Censored finger foods? Yeah. Which is, No, I told it was allowed. Family usually does ham or chicken, since my mom doesn't like turkey. That's fair. Not everybody likes turkey, and... Ah, crap, this one's a long way away. That's fine. We can just sit in Quantum. And I can start another food argument similar to the chili one. Alright. Yeah, turkey's not for everybody, and I think turkey's actually pretty good, but I think there's a lot of people out there who have been scarred by bad turkey. Like, they've eaten so much mediocre turkey in their lives that they're scared of it. And I don't blame them. Because it's possible to make... Exactly. It's possible to make a really dry turkey. Hot dogs are sandwiches, but also simultaneously a taco. I mean, if we look back to the history of the sandwich, and, you know, the Earl of Sandwich, this is a real thing, I think, pretty sure. I could just be misquoting internet things I've heard before, but I'm pretty sure I read about this. There was an Earl of Sandwich who asked his kitchen staff, servant, whatever, to bring him meat between two pieces of bread so that he might eat it with his hands whilst playing card games. Earl of Sandwich was real, yeah. Then I think that kind of set up what a sandwich was, which is like meat or a main thing enclosed by bread. Therefore, a sandwich is, or a hot dog, you know, I think would qualify under that sandwich umbrella. I don't know that a hot dog is a taco. I feel like a taco... I feel like a taco is a specific, like, I don't want to say cultural. I don't want to like make decrees for other people's foodstuffs. But I feel like if like you kind of have to try to make a taco, because otherwise a gyro is a taco. And I don't think that's true, because tacos aren't gyros and gyros aren't tacos. Although we could get into al pastor tacos, and that has some confusing crossover. Yeah, Spam is delicious. I need to learn to make musubi. Do we just have some people drop in? Ah, sweet. Hey, if you are just joining in, welcome. We are doing some salvage missions in Star Citizen tonight. We are currently trying to do a bit of a rep grind and get up to some risky salvage missions. Welcome in. I've heard that risky salvage has been nerfed in this patch, and so we are trying to get up to risky salvage so that we can test it. A gyro is not a taco, Caffeine. A gyro's not a taco. A gyro's its own thing. Because not all bread, like, not all bread wrapped around a meat is a taco. Oh no, you're good. We're waiting, we're going all the way to Crew L4. Like, I feel like a sandwich is like a... I don't know, I don't want, like, a broader definition, you know, of just meat or something inside of bread. Gyro? It's like, I'm gonna call it a gyro then. But a gyro, you know, gyros and tacos are two different things from two different parts of the world that have, like, a whole set of meats, sauces, and spices that come with them. And so, no, the gyro is not a taco. No. uh, unless you were talking about like an al pastor taco, because there's like a whole weird history with al pastor tacos, with European immigrants to Mexico. That like created an interesting crossover taco. Sorry, I gotta check my grocery delivery order real quick here. I've got groceries on the way. They're supposed to be here soon, and when they do show up, I'm probably gonna take a little break and go grab them. Okay, it's still on the way. Cool. It's probably gonna be late. I feel like a huge jerk ordering groceries the day before Thanksgiving, but I did tip the delivery driver pretty well, so we'll see. Lamb is great. Yeah, I love, have you had, there's some really good, we got some really good, Greek-style restaurants in town. That I'm not sure if you, yeah, tzatziki sauce. I always get extra tzatziki sauce because it's like the ranch dressing of the Greek islands. Like, I just want to slather it on everything. Although maybe that's just my Midwesterner coming out, that I want to put sauce on things, like a ranch-esque sauce. So, I don't know why Midwesterner reminded me of this. But we will be probably, as far as upcoming streams, while we're sitting here in not sitting here in Salvage, sitting here in Quantum, going from point A to point B, we are probably going to do a stream tomorrow evening, so if anybody's bored on Thanksgiving and wants to hang out, we'll probably do Star Citizen, but I'd be open to something else. Switching it up, especially if people wanted to play multiplayer, I'd be down. Probably going to do a stream tomorrow, and then Saturday, we double check how calendars work. Saturday is the last Saturday of the month, so we are going to do a bit of a longer stream. We are not going to do an 8-hour stream, because we almost, but did not quite, hit our 20 sub goal for this month. It was 20 subs by the 20th. We didn't get there. That's okay. But we're going to do a bit of a longer stream, and I think we're going to do a charity stream if anybody wants to donate. A lovely little Middle Eastern food place. A family's home, best food ever. Yeah, that sounds really good. At the time, it's too late. It's too late now, Caffeine. We can go for it next month. I mean, it's just the way it shook out. It means I don't have to do an 8-hour stream, but it's all good. I survived the last one, and I simply learned that I need to, if I'm gonna do a stream that long, I need to start significantly earlier in the day. Because my brain, after 8 hours of playing Factorio on stream, was fried. You're gonna get goals, yeah. You're gonna get goals soon, Lee, or you're gonna get new goals. Lee is super close to getting affiliate, so if you haven't followed her yet, you should go ahead and do that. She streams a lot of, like Minecraft, Valorant. You streamed some League the other day, which was new. Cool stuff. Yeah, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., or even 4 p.m. to midnight. Like, staying up until midnight is fine. I can survive that. Staying up until 3 a.m. I am too old for that, and that kicked my butt. But it was a good time. We had I made some new friends. We got some morning Germans. Midnight isn't that late. I go to bed pretty early. I have my schedule. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Caffeine. My schedule drifts a little bit, especially working from home. I tend to stay up later than I should, but I try to be in bed by 10:30. when I'm working from home. If I'm not working from home, I try to be in bed by like 10:30, just so I can get up early and, you know, attack the day. Have a productive start. Yeah. Work the best at night, so I do all my things at night. Yeah, definitely. And you're also in a weird time zone, so I see you send messages at like 6 a.m., which is my time, which is like late for you, but not actually that late. You're basically like a good chunk of the way around the world. Like, that way, over there. Alright, so we've got a Vanguard to salvage, and I think after this we might have the good risky salvage contracts open up. I think this opened up the last one. Yeah, we've got some poopy risky salvage ones, but those aren't actually good. Yeah, it's weird time zones for sure. You're kind of in a weird spot as far as time zones. I wonder if anybody in the IT world runs, although now everybody's working from home, but I wonder if there's people who live in Hawaii to do like site reliability engineering for big companies, because I know a lot of those have multiple across the world. I wonder if anybody does that or like chooses to live there just because it meets with some like weird shifts for time coverage. Probably. I've always thought site reliability engineering seems cool. Yeah, I think you'd be getting up early to have Australia as your audience. Australians are cool. I know of some very cool Australian URs. You know, kind of depends on your schedule. Okay. Hey, Empress, how's it going? We are doing some salvage missions, and if you want to jump on here in a minute, you are welcome to do so. I know they nerfed risky salvage, so my goal tonight is to find out how badly they nerfed it. And see if it's still, oh, Australia's 21 hours ahead. Doesn't that just make them 3 hours behind? I mean, yeah, they're like on a different day than you, but 3 hours isn't so bad. But it is weird to be 3 hours away from somebody on a different day. Time's weird. But yeah, let me know if you want to hop on, Empress, and I should be in Discord. I can unmute myself. I had myself deafened just so that Caffeine couldn't hop on Discord and start yelling cuss words and horrible things again. You know how he does that? Alright. Up to this guy. I always underestimate how bad the, Ooh, do you need a party invite? Yeah, Caffeine. You just come onto the live Discord because you have permissions and you start saying horrible things. Last time you were yelling about lizard people. Very disruptive. Okay, I totally blew past that, like I do. Passed that way harder than I thought. Come on, Dan. It throws me off because the Vulture is not a large ship. Why did that show up as red in... Yeah, sometime when we're playing the same game, Lee, we should do a stream. Lizard people are real in the Doctor Who universe. They would be. So there was a Netflix show that had lizard people as a thing. Oh man, it was about conspiracy. It was like a comedy animated show about conspiracy theories. And like all the conspiracy theories are true and there's a secret company that manages them. But like lizard people are a thing and the Illuminati are a thing, but it's comedic. All right, we are going to go to a quick ad break, and I am going to start salvaging this thing. If you guys are not subscribed, we like to run our ads in chunks here so that we don't get them too much, but I will be back in a couple minutes, and I'll talk to you then, and I'm just going to start salvaging this little Vanguard guy. Yeah, it is a good show. I can't remember the name. It'll come to me at a weird point in the future. Oh shoot, my cargo station is blocked, or my filler station. Go, knock that down. I'm gonna go grab Pop-Tarts. That sounds like a excellent nutritional decision, Lee. Alright, and then eject this one. I feel like they patched the button a little bit. It looks a little more buttony now. It's like, I don't know. On a recent patch, they changed its appearance a little bit, and I swear it looks like it doesn't pop out as much. It looks less obviously a button. Ah, okay. Don't want boxes there. Okay, there we go. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you are not getting an ad, so congratulations. You've made a viewing decision that is working out for you. Although, you know, I guess Twitch has to run ads. That's how they make money. And they do give me a tiny little portion of that does help support the channel, so. Alright, let's start salvaging this bad boy. So, this is a Vanguard, and when I said that it was all, like, curved edges and should be super easy, I was thinking of the Avenger. I still think this is going to be easier to salvage than, like, an RSI ship that has all of those jaggedy lines, but it won't be as easy as an Avenger to salvage. Because that little, the Avenger is like a very curved penguin-looking guy. That is the easiest of difficulties to break apart. Is it like Conspiracy Inc.? Is that what the show's called? The company they work for in the show is Incognito Inc. You would like it, Caffeine. Grab Pop-Tarts and cookies. That sounds delicious, but what kind of Pop-Tarts? Like a traditional fruit flavor? Something a little less breakfasty, like a chocolate Pop-Tart? Or something wacky? Like, I was doing some online grocery shopping today, and I saw an Applejack Pop-Tart. Like, Applejack cereal Pop-Tart. Ooh, brown sugar. That is a very classic Pop-Tart flavor. Probably very good toasted. What is also good, but a somewhat controversial take, is, toasted Pop-Tarts with you can butter the backside. And you know, it's not a health choice, but neither are Pop-Tarts really, and it's delicious. Alright. Yeah, this is way easier to salvage than Scorpius. I appreciate that. Oh, Empress, I see you waiting in Discord. Are you cool with me pulling you in? Boop. Empress recently purchased a new ship in-game that will be very useful to our salvaging. Alrighty. Check, check, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Are you, you headed this way?
Yeah, I will be headed that way.
Alright, cool beans. Bring your... Did you get a C2 or an M2?
M2.
Yeah, she got an M2.
Is that awesome. Less cool?
No.
I feel like it's just as cool.
No. I was just trying to remember. I don't think either one is... I mean, the C2 has a little more cargo space. The M2 has a better turret. And,
yeah. You know, that's what sold me on it.
Mm-hmm. The M2 has a better turret, and I think... Well, I could be pulling this out of my posterior, but I do think that once they add in actual armor... Exactly. I think the M2 is going to have more armor. I don't think it does yet. I don't think it has better damage resistance. I could be wrong. Because I know that instead of armor, certain ships just have flat, like, damage reduction. But I think it's going to have more armor. And I think that the whole idea is that once they actually introduce real armor, it will kind of act how armor should, and that smaller weapons will kind of just do much less. And for bigger ships, with or heavier armored ships, I think you'll need full-sized weapons. Yep, exactly. The damage reduction is absolutely not a thing. It is, like many mechanics in Star Citizen, an in-progress feature.
What? What is this?
Oh, it's not working properly at all. That also doesn't surprise me. Turns out, there are multiple things in Star Citizen that don't quite work right.
You know, but there's a lot of things that work really well.
There's enough things that work really well.
Enough for me to keep playing.
Yep. I mean, there's still like some patches and some days that are less good than others, but in general, it is definitely at a point where it's good enough. Also, if anybody has any questions about what I'm doing or Star Citizen in general, if you're thinking about picking up the game, trying it during the free flight, feel free to let me know. I love helping new players get acquainted. I know you were thinking about seeing if your computer would run it, Lee. Did you ever boot it up and give it a shot? There are so many free ships right now you can fly. It's pretty cool.
Worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it!
One of us. One of us. I did try out Caffeine. Have you looked at the new, or has anybody looked at the new starter ship, the Sulin? Have you seen it, Empress?
No.
Oh man, it's wild looking. If you're in Quantum on the way over here, you should look it up. It's the Gatak Sulin.
It's an alien ship?
It's an alien ship. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense with the name.
Yeah, Gatak, G-A-T-A-C, Sulin, S-Y-U-L-E-N. But it's very unique. It's a starter ship, but it's got 3 floors. Like, you go inside the ship, and it's got like an entryway where there's components and a weapon locker. It's got a hab, Sulin, yeah. It's got a hab that has a weird little bed and a goofy bathroom with an anti-grav toilet. Definitely the most technologically advanced of toilets in the Star Citizen world. And then the top floor is the cockpit. And the cockpit, like most ships in Star Citizen, I think all of them so far, you face forward. Like, your direction of travel is forward when you're landed. So if you were to sit down in the cockpit, and push forward, you would slide along the ground.
What?
Well, like, that's in any ship.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Sorry, not at the ground. I misunderstood.
No, you'd
my
go
brain.
laterally along the ground.
Good.
But the Sulin is the cockpit is facing up, like a rocket ship that we humans nowadays would launch, where when you sit down in the cockpit, your back is towards the ground, and then once you take off, like if you were to just thrust forward, you would go straight off the ground.
Huh.
Which is kind of wild.
I want to fly it, and I feel like I'll crash.
It takes off vertically like Boba Fett's ship. Yes, exactly. I definitely think it's very different to land and take off. It is quite the change. But still good. Oh, sorry. Check on something real quick. Oop. And... Nope. Alright, okay, we're about halfway done with this Vanguard, and it's definitely easier than the, Scorpius. The Scorpius was just way too knobby. It was obnoxious. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool idea, but I do think, especially for a starter ship, it's, that would be, I mean, it's still doable if a new player just is disciplined about, like, throttling down before they try to land so they don't careen into things. But it does require you to pay a little more attention when you're, especially when you're landing. When you're taking off, it's not so bad, because you just kind of boost up a little bit and then strafe. But interesting, because it means that the vertical hangars are actually going to be easier for it to land in.
Those are a lot more common that I've been visiting some of these other places again. I like the look of this ship. It's cool.
Yeah, it is neat. It's very agile. I think it has maybe the fastest roll rate, or one of the faster ones amongst the different starters. Also, it looks like a Crab Rangoon, so if you're into that, like, it might be what people want. I tried it out, and yeah, thanks for the lurk, Lee. I tried it out, and it was like, this is neat, but I'm not going to pledge for this. I have enough ships, and if I want a simple starter ship, I really like the Cutter. I mean, the Cutter is just, and it's also very simple. I'm a simple person sometimes. I don't need to have a fancy alien ship just to have a fancy alien ship if all I'm trying to do is have a starter ship just to fly around. I am okay with something easy like the Cutter. Although I have the Cutter and I bought the Cutter Scout too, because I'm an absolute Drake fan.
Drake fan all the way. Yeah.
I was hoping we'd get an announcement or something new from Drake at IAE, but I mean they can't have new ships for every manufacturer every time. And if anything, I'm kind of glad that they didn't like announce a ton of concepts. Like they had some, but not. Well, actually, I don't think they announced any concepts at IAE. I think they did at CitizenCon for the Zeus. But I don't think we got new, like, which I'm okay with, because they've already got ships they need to work on. We don't know yet. Yeah, and the rumor is that there's going to be an RSI mining ship that's, like, bigger than the Mole. And if that is a real thing, if they do release that, yeah, exactly, we've still got plenty of time. But if they do release an RSI mining ship that's bigger than the Mole, I'm probably going to buy that with store credit. I traded in some ships that I don't really fly a lot. So I've got them in my buybacks if I want them later, or I can buy them with credits in-game. But definitely trying to move my fleet around so it's less of, yeah, exactly. A miner that's large. I think it's going to be bigger than the mole, but maybe it won't be. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be like 2 mining lasers instead of 3 and a vehicle for, I think I saw something about a garage for the vehicle bay. Assume it's the sugar allergy is fighting the... You have a sugar allergy? Allergy? That sucks. That's gotta be annoying. I do love mining, I just haven't done it as much these last few patches. I think I did a lot of it in, like, 3.19. Kinda got tired of it, and there's always more stuff to do. And with salvaging being pretty good, and risky salvage being excellent, I've kind of done that as a moneymaker. And I also kind of want the, like, detachable saddlebags to be a real thing for mining. I mean, they're so close. They're so close, because they're detachable now. You just can't detach them by choice and have a new saddlebag fill up. Allergic to lactose. Oh, that sucks. Your body says, no sugar for you. That would be hard. Alright, Empress, where are you at?
8 million kilometers away.
Okie dokie. You're real close, relatively. Were you coming from Microtech?
Yeah, I forgot where I was, because I had no gear and just a hospital gown.
Oh, okay. Did you get a tractor beam?
Of course, I've got 12 of them on me.
Brilliant. Makes you sound like you're allergic to space. It kind of does. Galactose. Like, that sounds like a comic book villain.
It is a villain.
Galactus, right? But
Well,
it could have been spelled
villain.
Yeah. It could have been spelled Galactose in some overseas markets. I don't know. The doctors tell me it doesn't exist. Nice. Thanks, doctors. Okay, I'm gonna flip around onto the top of this thing. There we go. And we begin again. Did give me things filled with galactose. Well, that sounds like a jerk move by those doctors. Excuse me. Bunker, bless you. I don't... You okay, bud? Okay. Sorry, Bunker was having like a full body sneezing fit.
Yeah, you saw him sneeze his way right off the couch.
Yeah. That was very dramatic. Hold on, I think I can like mark that moment. There we go. So I can come back and laugh at his misfortune later. No offense, doctors. They do kind of suck sometimes. Not all of them, but I think they're part of a pretty poopy system that doesn't really help them be awesome. Oftentimes. Oh yeah, look at all that tasty salvage. Alright, and yeah, I think they, you know, being required to treat to a standard and to certain things for insurance purposes and insurance just squeezing the facilities really hard. It doesn't help anybody, except for insurance companies, which thankfully it's good to them. And they're the ones that I'm really concerned about, so who cares about patient care if the insurance executives make enough money? Alright. Cool. I don't need to turn my flashlight on. Alright, we're about 2/3 of the way done with this ship. Also, welcome on in. If you're just getting here, feel free to say hi. We are doing some salvage missions tonight in the newer patch. Trying to get up to risky salvage and see how badly that's been nerfed. Yeah, I think it sucks more for some people than others, the way the medical system is set up, for sure. But yeah, I'm really curious how much they nerfed risky salvage, because I know they did. But I'm curious if it's like still a good money-making activity to take the cargo, not salvage the ship, and move on, or if it's just bad money. We're gonna find out. We are gonna do the science and figure out if it's good or not. Exactly, make that money. Which, you know, I really have no need for the money in game right now, but I want. It still makes me feel good to make it. Gives me something to do. I will enjoy when they add in some... ooh, are you here, Empress?
I am. Don't go backwards.
Okay. I saw your party indicator swing around. Yeah, I love risky salvage. It feels like an episode of Firefly, you know, where they're like pulling the salvage out of a broken ship. It has that vibe to it. Especially because, and I think they'll probably tune it in the future, like a lot of missions in game. But the police are a threat. Like the space cops can show up and cause a problem. Oh no, I was afraid someone would do that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, but we were low on doggo treats. Thank you very much for the doggo treat, Lee. There you go, folks. That's all you get, bud. Go have another sneezing fit or something. Go entertain yourself. I fed him the other treats earlier today whilst I was not streaming. And so we were out, and I didn't think of it until after I had started tonight. Silly me. It's on my pre-flight checklist and everything. It is, it's right there after give attention to birds and let bunker outside.
Gotta prep them for what's happening.
They have to be ready.
Look at that alignment. Woohoo!
Is it excellent?
Yeah, I didn't get too close because, you know, sometimes I'm afraid of what my hitbox would actually be.
While I stream, my cats just do what they want. Yeah, that's cats for you, though. Alright, I probably need to move here in a minute, but I've got time to pick at the top of this thing while you grab some boxes if you want.
Yes. I also moved the one from the The ejector guy.
Nice. TikTok and Instagram have figured out I love planes. It's so weird how the algorithm figures stuff out. Getting your license would be cool. If you want to talk to somebody about that process, Caffeine, Rev, who's in chat, but I know you know him, at least over voice comms, Rev had, I think he might still have his pilot license, but he did all that stuff at one point. Alright, we have a perching dog. I'm sure he'll let me know when the grocery delivery people arrive. Almost joined the Air Force, then realized you had a fear of planes. Well, it's good to realize that beforehand. Although I feel like the Air Force may have just, you know, beaten that out of you. They have a way of doing that. Heck, in the age of sail, there were many sailors who didn't know how to swim, and they did it anyway. Although, having a fear of planes kind of sucks with where you live. Like, how do you go places? That would be difficult. Oh, come on. We've almost got this. So let me have it without repositioning. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That sucks. I don't know if Sue is on yet, but he also hates flying. I have flown with him a few times, and it is not a pleasant experience for him. The answer is drugs. Well, hey, if it works, it works. Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to move to get the rest of this. How? Oh, shoot. Do that. Empress, how many boxes do we have left?
In your warship?
Yeah.
Let's see. I have to get in there to see.
It's a lot of money, Caffeine.
Oops. Gosh darn it. You know, me getting into these ships is not working out for me. I just keep crashing.
Well, I will help load some. It is so much money, Caffeine, to take up flying. And especially, and then if you want to own a plane, that's a lot of money too. Oh, I don't know, has anyone invented, like, rideshare? I know there was an app or a company that was doing, like, a rideshare-esque, like, a plane Uber. But could you, like, let people use your plane when you're not using it? Although I think that's I know that's a thing for vehicles, for like ground vehicles. Dad crashed a plane while in his 20s. Oh jeez. That is intense. But I also think letting someone fly your plane would be kind of frightening, because plane maintenance is so, like, it's expensive, and also if you get it wrong, it's a really big deal. This is rich friends. Oh no. Right? Like, there's so many maintenance regulations and things that I think that would be difficult. But you'd think someone would try to make that a thing, like some sort of marketplace for that, so that you could, like, defray the costs of owning such an expensive thing. All right, I'm gonna move, Empress.
All right.
Get the last of this. And then I think we might have... Ooh, let me share this mission with you before I move and scrape the rest of it. Did we already complete it? Shoot, it is completed.
That's okay.
Here. Okay, well, you don't get to get credit for it. Sorry. Okay.
Wah wah.
But we do get the risky salvage, guys, so let me... Heck, I might just get out of this ship and get in yours, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And we are either going to go to Crusader or Hurston. Probably Crusader. Although I think they're in orbit either way. It really doesn't matter. The FAA are intense. Yeah, the FAA are an intense organization. I don't think anyone could accuse them of being generally chill and just kind of cool about stuff. Oh, don't do this to me, ramp. There we go. Oh, look how nicely you stacked these crates.
Needed to happen.
When I stack them, often it's a soup sandwich. Alright, you're not wrong. Alright, grabbing a turret seat. I took the good belly turret.
You wanted to go to Crusader?
Let me look real quick. Yeah, we're close to Crusader. Let me make sure that there's a contract there. My father lives a crazy life. Apparently, if he's crashing people's planes, that's, some sort of interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Crusader. I'm sharing the mission.
Accepted.
Aw, my turret's not turned on. Turn on, turret. Where's your button? Now I wish to enter you. Well, too late. We're in quantum now.
Oh.
I can still look around.
No shooting.
There we go. I shall be the turret gunner passenger princess. It's a good gig if you can get it. Alright. So we are on our way. So what we did, to recap, if you're just joining in, we did a couple lower tier salvage missions, and now we are testing out the risky salvage to see if they're still worthwhile, because I know that they got nerfed. Has acted construction, mirror installation for clubs, Nickelodeon, fire, wildfires, army. Yeah, that's a pretty good variety. Is a solid amount of varying fields. That's cool. Alright, and we are now in the Crusader M2, which has a little bit less cargo than the C2, but it's got this cool turret that I'm in right now. Is that the turret? Or is it, like, up here? It's hard to see in this light. He has ADHD. Well, sometimes for some people, ADHD just leads to them doing interesting things in life that work out with their brains. Alright, and since we were quantuming here, Empress, we'll probably want to do the old abandon the mission trick once we get there.
Sounds about right. Just tell me when to abandon it.
Okay, I will do that.
What does that do again?
At least in the last patch, they may have changed this, and they probably will eventually, to punish us for doing this. It made it so that the police, the space cops never actually show up.
Oh, good.
Alright. And we are on our way to... We're in Crusader, so now we're gonna head towards, this salvage job. Also, if you're just joining in, welcome. Feel free to say hi, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. We are doing some salvage missions in Star Citizen tonight, and we just got up to risky salvage missions. So we'll be trying those out. Sorry, I'm going to check my phone real quick and see where my groceries are. estimated arrival in 15 minutes, and we've got an ad in 25 minutes. This could all work out. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, if anybody is a Amazon Prime owner, feel free to subscribe on Prime. We do have the ability to do that here on Twitch, and that does help support the channel. Counts like any other sub. Oh, are you going to selling so that you? Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Well, it's having some issues
you
here.
might want to replot the course because now you don't need to go all the way back to OM6, which it's going to try to make you do. But
no, I'm just going to go straight to yellow from here.
Okay. Don't let me tell you how to live your life.
Sorry.
I'm just the passenger princess here.
It's doing the thing where all of the markers are showing up, so I can't see where the orbital markers are. That is shaking the whole ship. That is wild.
It's a big gun. They're big laser cannons. Yeah, more redeem options, but I gotta work with them a little bit because they still make the Twitch sound effect and then they make the sound effect. But
what's this?
You're not my dad!
Yeah, you're not my dad. But they still I keep messing with the Twitch settings, and I'm gonna fist fight the settings at some point because I can't get it to not do the wow wow like before it does the sound effect. It still does the sound effect. Also, Caffeine, I do have some there's some Adventure Time ones in there that you may appreciate because I know you're also an Adventure Time appreciator. Alright. I will shoot around the ship to warn anyone who is in the area. This is our legitimate salvage.
Legitimate.
They need to go elsewhere. Oh geez, the music stopped. Come on, Dan.
Okay, you couldn't tell because the guns!
Right, exactly. You're supposed to hit repeat when you turn music on.
Dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sort of good at something.
Jake the dog is not wrong. Oh, I love it. I love that line from Adventure Time because it's just one of those little like nuggets of wisdom that they have. Buddy, stop sniffing around where you know your treats are. You will get them when you deserve them, or when people redeem them. All right, now we can abandon the mission, Empress.
Okay.
Just go on into your contracts and eat that too. And then pull us in close to this, Hey, Sue! How's it going?
Hello!
It's like, who is Blurp? Yeah, Blurp is our sound effects system. That still isn't working quite right, because it makes the Twitch noise before it makes the sound effect. But we're getting there. Okay, we're just gonna sit here and watch Empress pull us in close to the ship.
Oh no.
Empress, everyone is watching, no pressure.
How close? Is this close enough?
You know, you're the pilot.
It's not
We want to be as close as we can be, but if you bump it, then everything is bad.
There. That's good.
It's perfect. Good enough. Also, everybody congratulate Sue. He got a new job. Which I will not say what it is unless he wants to, because I ain't trying to dox anybody, but,
Congratulations!
guess we were worried. I wasn't worried. I knew he was alive. Although normally he's here, but he was probably, I mean, it is like a holiday weekend. He's been busy with stuff. Yeah, a dream job. It's an awesome job.
Amazing. Amazing.
Processed food? Get out of here. They consign you to space. Processed food.
It looked a lot closer when I was driving.
It always does.
You just send the items you want me to take out, and I will plop them in.
Well, I'm gonna send these to nowhere first, because these are crap.
Well, should I have scanned the ship first?
Are distilled spirits good? How much do distilled spirits sell for? I think they're like mediocre. Oh no, they're bad. 418. Nope. Ooh, also, yeah, the site that I just pulled up is not in dark mode, and it needs to be in dark mode. Okay, what do we have that's good? Let me get in here. Not especially good. No, they're not. What do we have? Scrap. Distilled spirits. There we go. Neon. Neon is good. Here's some drugs. I will send them over.
I got the drugs.
Not that we're going to sell these to anyone that would resell the drugs. We are just properly disposing of them after finding them at a wreck.
It won't give me the drugs. It's acting like you got it.
I don't.
It says I'm supporting this.
I put another box of drugs out there. There was another thing of neon.
Lets me take that one. I didn't know I could support you with my tractor beam.
Yeah, I think they
Tractor
can't.
beam support buddies.
They added that in because there's starting to be systems for like weights and stuff with tractor beams. Okay, so all we got is 2 boxes of neon. Very interesting.
Run into my ship. That's it?
Well, I mean, it was like distilled spirits, scrap, and processed.
Okay.
How much is neon? Let me double check. Don't think it's especially. No, it's like 8K per box. Am I misremembering that?
Wait.
Need to find a better site that has sale information that includes illegal drugs. Oh, yeah, it just said.
What's happening to my character?
I don't know.
I can't get back on my ship. Boy.
Interesting. So we found 4 neon. Empress, are you gonna get back on the ship, or are you
I
just
want to so bad. It won't let me.
You try to come in and you just fell over on the ramp. Yeah, the ramp's a little tricky.
Oh, here we go. Goodness, it's the weirdest thing. I'm not ever going down, but it just brings me down.
I know. Yeah, it's... Gravity grabs you, but then it throws you onto the ramp where there's not really gravity, so you just get into this poopy loop of not really getting back onto the ship. Get on the ship. She was working on it. It was a process. All right, do you want to fly, Empress?
You can, if you want to. Giant ship is not my favorite to fly.
Caffeine, I thought didn't they make it more difficult to use your tractor beam to pull you around, or do I just not remember what the keybinds are? Okay, grabbing a mission. And let's see what we've got. We are in Crusader. So, okay, we got a hammerhead near yellow.
You know, I forgot about using your tractor beam to drag you around places.
Works fine.
Oh my gosh.
I must not remember what that keybind is, because it does not seem to work for me, but I'm probably doing something wrong. Little Einstein stuck in my head. Nice. Okay, a very short quantum trip. And we came out right next to an asteroid, so let's not run into that. Oh my god. Okay, that really scared me. I thought we hit.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was doing the same thing to you. Turnabout's fair play. I just thought for a second that we had run into the asteroid because your Your beam just shakes the frickin' ship because it's so...
The whole thing?
I think it's because it's so close to the cockpit. Hold on, are you still in the remote turret?
No.
Oh,
Do you
go
want
back
me to
into the
be?
remote turret, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to figure out which turret that is. Spin around.
Hold on. Okay, now I'm in there.
Oh, it's right underneath the belly. Okay. Ah, and then the pilot guns are above. Okay. So yeah, that's why. It's like right underneath the pilot's seat. Yeah, I thought it was a big rock making the ship go ouch, but it was just Empress bamboozling me, as she is wont to do.
I'd have a little fun.
Yeah, we do a little trolling here. We're not the most effective space salvagers. Scavengers, really. It's good enough for government work. Let's go check it out. And we're gonna see if this one is similarly... Caffeine, do you remember how much neon sells for per SCU off the top of your head? I know that you often engage in the running of illegal items. Alright, and yeet. I've thought about... Did I park up? Nope. There we are. I've thought about making like a Star Citizen website that has some helpful references. Like, not a wiki. Like, the existing Star Citizen Tools wiki is absolutely amazing. Some would say I'm a bit of a drug smuggler. Okay, drug smuggler.
Oh, did you want to abandon the mission?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
I mean, I never got it, so you can.
We should be in and out quick enough. Let me
Okay.
let me abandon that, and then drum roll. So there were 4 SCU of scrap. But yeah, how much is neon worth, Caffeine? Or do you remember off the top of your head? Processed food. Okay, they nerfed this to hell, is what it looks like. Scrap. Watch. One of these is going to be drugs. Neon.
That's it?
And distilled spirits. Son of a biscuit. Okay, I got the neon if you want to grab the distilled spirits. I don't know if you're out or not.
You do want... Okay, yeah, I will take it. Oh, that's neon, sorry.
Flim flammin'. What are your drug prices? Quick. How much for an eighth of neon? Is it still 40? Alright. Is it the hydroponic neon? And do I have to listen to you, you can scan... I know you can scan beforehand, but...
More exciting this way.
So inconsistent. Also, yeah, it's more exciting this way. And I figure there's going to be something we take, so... But anyway, yeah, in order to get this neon, do I have to listen to you play acoustic guitar for 25 minutes? Before I can politely leave?
We gotta share a little bit of the neon before we can leave.
Yes, yeah. Of course, you've got to give me some of the neon and then talk about how the neon is. I can't just buy neon from you and leave. No, that would be rude. It's got to be a whole friggin' ceremony. Okay. Yes, Lee, neon is a drug. We are salvaging illegal drugs. I mean, that was 1 neon and 1 distilled spirit, so I'm...
Oh, we're shooting the ship? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot it. The whole cockpit is shaking from that turret, but it doesn't seem to actually affect the,
Thing gonna blow up ever?
I mean, it's a hammerhead. There we go.
It's a dead hammerhead.
It didn't blow up that much more. Now it's just a little bit on fire. Looks cool, though. I'll take it. Yeah, neon's a drug, Lee, but, you know, it's an important distinction to make that we are not reselling these drugs. We are simply selling them to the absolutely proper authorities so that they can be, disposed of properly. We're not criminals. Well, the drug shouldn't be illegal anyway, so if we were criminals, it wouldn't be a real crime. It was underwhelming. It was a little bit. I wanted pieces to fly off. I was underwhelmed that the pieces didn't fly. because they've definitely made advancements recently where, like, more pieces fly off of things when you blow them up. At times, your narcs. I wouldn't go that far. Alright, and... although I do tend to play on the lawful side in Star Citizen, and I'm looking forward to better bounty hunting gameplay. I would really enjoy being able to actually, like, find another player and put him in the pods inside of the Cutlass Blue. That will be chef's kiss experience. Be like a Mandalorian-esque, like, throw people in a carbonite pod, because some of the bounty hunting ships actually do have... okay, 9K. So we did not make money on the second one. We did on the first one, but we'd be better off actually salvaging them. I don't know. I'm mixed on how I feel about that. I get why they did it, because it was too clear a front runner in terms of making money. But I feel like they could have balanced... it really is some Cowboy Bebop action. And the bounty hunting, if you look at what their plans are for bounty hunting in this game, it's going to be very Cowboy Bebop-esque. Like, you'll get indicators that kind of tell you the area people are in, and then you'll get money for disabling their ship and taking them alive. Headlights going, there we go. Alright, we're gonna scan the ship this time.
I mean, maybe we gotta have me
up?
follow in your salvage ship. Salvage and take the goods.
That's what I'm thinking. But really, if we're gonna do that, we should almost do it on, like, a Saturday shenanigans stream and either bring the Reclaimer or bring, like, 3 vultures. And just get her done. Come on, let me scan. See, caffeine, this is why I don't always scan the ships, because scanning is problematic. Yeah, Super, we were talking about the bounty hunting gameplay that is planned in Star Citizen, which will be hypothetically both for NPCs and players, but you will disable their ships or find them on the ground, capture them, and you'll actually have the option to return them. You'll, like, put them in pods, Star Wars style. Well, I mean, it's not carbonite, but you still, like, put them in a pod. Oh, I'm gonna abandon this mission. And then you will bring them back to, like, the security station. Yeah, it's gonna be super cool. I'm taking this stubborn dog out. Also, what's Gull Force, Lee? Is that like a bounty hunting anime? Are you throwing out the junk salvage already, Empress?
Yeah.
What is it?
Processed food. Oh, here's a little baby box of neon.
And a 32 SCU box of scrap.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that. Silly.
Baby box of scrap. No, this is an 8? 16? I don't know. Something. Whatever. It lives in space now. More processed food. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more bounty hunting gameplay and being able to take... I think the Scorpius in combination with the blue will be deadly. Because we can put... That's it. That's all we got is that neon. Okay. CIG. Like, here's what they could have done with the risky salvage missions. Instead of nerf them until the way people were playing them were not profitable anymore, they could have reduced the time frame that you have to complete the mission. They could have made it so that as soon as you abandon the mission, the police show up, so that way you couldn't abandon it to have safety and prevent yourself from, you know, the consequences of taking too long. You know, they could have added some NPCs guarding it, so there was some light combat before. And they could have just varied the drop table instead of just nerfing the drop table. They could have made the drop table for the drugs that you get actually interesting, where on most of the missions you know, maybe lose a little bit of money if you don't actually scrape the hull for salvage, but then you'd find the occasional mission that pays like 4 or 5 times the cost of taking the mission. And in that way, they'd make it interesting to do. Because, like, that's how you make it interesting with this type of mission, is not every one is, you know, 3 million worth of grasping weevil eggs. Instead, it's like, oh, if I do 5 of them, then on average I'll get 1 or 2 that pay well enough to encourage me to do this. And I think they kind of miss the mark a little bit. All of the characters are hot girls. The anime about girls in space. Alien meets Star Trek New Gen from the 80s. Oh. All of the characters are hot girls. There's no guys at all. The alien is the only guy. Okay. Some have hot guys. Some people would call Spike Spiegel a hot guy. Are we shooting the ship, Empress, or did you already blow it?
Yeah. No, I didn't want to disrupt your screen too much.
You're good. We're just talking about animes with interesting casts, and I was ranting about how they should have changed risky salvage instead of what they did.
All valid.
Like, I don't hate that they nerfed it. It needed to be nerfed. It did not need to be nerfed
This much.
in this way to this extent. Alright, let's do one more, because I do want to give it, like, a good test.
Okay.
We might do 2 more, because then that makes 5, and I feel like 5 is a sufficient sample size to know how severe the shenanigans really are. But yeah, I just feel like they could have switched that around a little bit, but I also think that they change the incentives sometimes, especially now with the state the game is in, to drive people to do certain activities. So I think next year, I would expect next year that they update bounty hunting a bit. I was like, hentai. It's not all animes that have fan service are hentai, super whatever. Some of them are just kind of weird. I would expect that next year, when they roll out some, like, changes to the bounty hunting where you're actually bringing people back, shrug. When they make changes to bounty hunting, like, those missions will be very high value. Came in just a little hot there.
My character passed out.
Oh, did she really?
Totally. Had to get out of the seat so I'm not blacked out.
It's okay. Just all the blood is in places it shouldn't be. Alright, I'm going to abandon this mission, and then we're going to take a... Actually, let me see if my groceries are here. They are. Okay. We are going to take a quick little ad break. The Save for Work one is 10 minutes long. Yeah, that sounds like weird animes from, yeah, that tracks. Alright, but we are going to take a quick little ad break here. I'm going to bring in my groceries that are sitting outside, and I will see y'all in a couple minutes. And I am going to go to the BRB screen, Empress, so if you want to step away and get a water or whatever, we got time. Good. All right, and we are back. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out during that. I know that was a longer than usual break, but I had to go bring the groceries inside so that I didn't have a bunch of groceries sitting on the porch. Empress, you back?
I am.
Awesome. Okay. It was a lot of groceries. Empress, did you bring any drinks with you?
I did. Would you like to not die?
We could do this mission first. Actually,
Okay.
I should probably drink something here in a minute. If you want to throw one in a storage locker or something.
Yes.
All right. Whew. Yeah, I got stuffing and more potatoes. Just been on a potato kick, so this time I bought a 10-pound bag. Which is a lot of potatoes for one person. But I have been really enjoying my potato lifestyle. Only my headphones died, I'll be back when they charge. That makes sense.
There we go. In the storage locker.
Okay, thank you very much.
Swap of water. It's a fizzy, but it'll do. No, it'll do the job.
A single can of soda. That's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
I did not bring many, but I did bring 2.
Here you go. You can have this one. Well, we'll have to go sell eventually, so grab stuff when we go there. Come on, pick up the soda guy. He has picked up the soda. Will he drink it? I mean, that is a pretty normal amount. You're not wrong. Cool. Okay. Then I'm going to dispose of this in the trash disposal. Eat. Okay. Hey, Empress, I'm throwing my trash in what I think is your ship's reactor. That's okay, right?
It'll just eat it up. It's just
Okay.
extra fuel.
Yeah, that's just extra reaction mass. Alrighty. Bunker, I love you, but maybe now's not the time to play with the loud bone toy. Mike picking that up?
Nope. At least I don't hear it.
I don't think it's triggering the mic. Might be able to hear it when I talk. It's fine for... You know what? We're gonna let him be a dog. It's the holiday.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm taking these distilled spirits because these missions suck. And,
That's what we've been reduced to.
that's what we've been reduced to. I'll take them for this one. Do you want me to just tractor beam things towards you? You can grab them.
Ah, I do.
Okay. But yeah, these definitely got nerfed pretty hard. Also, welcome in if you're just stopping by. We are testing risky salvage missions in the PU and seeing how hard they got nerfed. So far, it seems like the answer is yes. Alright. More distilled spirits. So feel free to say hi. If you're new to Star Citizen, feel free to ask any questions you've got, or if you are thinking about diving into Star Citizen. We've got a real friendly community. Feel free to ask any questions you have, or we've got a Discord too that is in the About section on my Twitch page. You're welcome to join that if you want to be somewhere where you can ask questions. All right, scrap? Come on. We don't need scrap. I'm absolutely not putting that on my ship. No way, no how. Processed food? Also no. More scrap. I feel like CIG should maybe hire me.
Yes.
And I can explain how they can make a random table that gives a desired average result. Because they seem to be bad at it. Which is frightening. Alright, there's some neon.
Yay, drugs!
More scrap, which Just gonna yeet this into space. I mean, this just got nerfed real good. Which I'm okay with, like, actually having to salvage, you know, actually having to scrape the hull being optimal. I just think these could be, like, you could do so much with these missions, other than just, like, salvage quickly. But I guess maybe what they want is to, you know, they want you to scrape the hull and maybe grab a couple things, is their intention. But if so, then I think there's a place in the world, in the game, that's it. There's a place in the game to have a balanced risky salvage mission that feels like what risky salvage used to be, where it was very valuable. They just need to up the risk or the difficulty or the travel time, something, or the speed at which you need to salvage. Like, there's ways to balance this. Alright, where are we? We could probably go to Crusader L4 and try to sell some of this stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay. Come on, up the ladder, guy. Oh no. Are you able to move?
Me? Can I move?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you look like you're stuck on the ladder. You're just...
I am stuck on the ladder.
You're phasing in and out.
I
Like,
look like I'm stuck on the ladder because
oh,
I'm stuck
you fell
on the ladder.
down.
There we go. Okay.
I think your backpack's too big. Got stuck on the gate.
Oh my god. That wouldn't surprise me. But also, this is not the biggest backpack in the game. I don't know. It needs to calm down. Alright. Caffeine, does Grim Hex buy everything, or just certain things? I'm almost thinking if I want to go there to sell what doesn't sell at the Lagrange station. Although if so, I should almost go there first. I'll go to L4.
How do you rotate again while you're tractor beaming?
Hold R.
Oh,
Buys a
this
lot,
one
but not
just-
everything. Yeah, boo. Should buy everything. Alright, and we are on the way to Crew L4 to sell some hypothetically illegal cargo.
Finders keepers.
Exactly. Like, they weren't using it. That's why we got the mission. Why someone gave it to us. But yeah, I'm mixed on whether that's... I don't know, maybe the best way to do it is to take like an M2 or a C2 and like 3 or 4 vultures. And just disassemble things that way. Take the valuable cargo, abandon the mission, and then just eat it with vultures. I would say vultures more than the reclaimer. Just trying to take boxes in and out of the reclaimer is miserable. Although I guess the reclaimer doesn't really need to unload boxes. You could just load boxes, but moving things around with a C2 or even like a caterpillar, so much easier. Because in order to land the reclaimer, like that's a huge hassle. It's too chunky. But yeah, we are on our way to Crew L4, to the sketchy bathroom station, to see what's available there. Oh, I just saw the spreadsheet of drug prices. Prices of things you find in Salvage in general. Thank you, Caffeine. That one doesn't have Grasping Weevil Eggs, though. Although I know that Grasping Weevil Eggs are the most pricey. Basically, if they are there, you have won. Congratulations. Take your eggs and go. Empress, did you fly any more? I know you got at least one loaner ship during IAE. Did you fly it anymore?
No. I meant to.
Well, there will be more rental opportunities.
Rental opportunities.
Yeah. To indulge in. I don't know. I'm still kind of mixed on the C1. Like I don't think it replaces the Cutlass for me. And so I don't think I'll buy one. I just love the Cutlass so much.
It's such a good ship.
It is, and I've got like muscle memory specifically with the Cutlass. Like it just, I have muscle memory, and let's be honest, I also have a lot of very happy memory in Cutlass Black. It's just been my go-to daily driver for a while. And I just don't see... Like, yeah, the C1 holds a bit more cargo than the Cuddy Black, and it can hold 2 32 SCU containers. But if I want more cargo, I'm just going to take a C2. Because I feel like the Cutlass, I like the way the Cutlass fights a little better, and it has a turret. C1 does not have an offensive turret, it just has a tractor beam turret, I think. And the Cutlass Black's turret is pretty decent. Good capacitor, good range of motion. We're already used to it. Has anybody else tried the C1? Any thoughts on it? Alright. If anyone wanted to take notes, that is how you land an M2. I'm not going to say it was perfect, but I would say that was like a 9 out of 10 land. It was very good.
So smooth. And that's why you're the pilot.
Good job, Dan. Oh, did you take the elevator down?
Yes, I did. I wanted to hurry and store it.
Were you trying to store it while I was still on the ship?
No, no.
Were you shenaniganing?
I just know that there have been odd times when we would get scanned while
Oh, yeah, well,
in a bay,
hold.
and I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's stored. That's very jarring.
Oh, sorry. I saw you jump out.
Well, I jumped out, but I was trying to close the ramp just because I didn't want to leave it unattended, and then all of a sudden the button that I was trying to push was gone. The ship had disappeared.
It's magic. So this is when we go to the weird locker room.
Yep. I'll go with you just to show people the weird locker room again.
Yes.
The weird locker room where you can sell drugs. I'm sorry, turn in drugs to the proper authorities for a fee, so that they're safely taken off the street. We don't sell drugs here, guys. We're responsible space pilots. Yeah, the A1's cool just because it's a bomber and I think it's got a turret. The C1, it's cool, but I don't think it's more nimble enough relative to the Cutlass Black for it to appeal to me. Okay. Just keep track of... Well, it probably won't let you sell the recycled material composite, but everything else, try to keep track of how much it gives you for it. Not
Yeah.
necessarily because I want the money, I just want to see how bad these missions are.
So we got part of the neon. What is it? 5 SCU?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it won't buy at all?
It's just separating them for some reason.
Okay.
38,250. Write that down. Dun, dun, dun.
Probably a good idea. Because both of us will forget.
And then the separate little one that is doing 1 unit, 15,003. That's all that's in the. Oh, now it's failing that transaction.
Oh my lord.
Why? Cost mismatch? What does that mean?
Does not
It's
seem
how-
good. No, it's not. It seems... It in fact seems out and out bad. Like they said, don't do the missions this way. We don't like it.
I got 1 unit of neon that won't sell.
Okay, well, we can try to sell it elsewhere.
Just keep saying cost mismatch.
Yeah, did you leave the terminal and go back to it? That might...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I tried turning it off and back on again.
I mean, that is my solution to most things in life. It's served me well so far. It definitely seems like they don't want people just to take the cargo and leave again. Oh, where are you going, Empress?
Nowhere.
Oh, that's not you.
It was me.
Oh, it was you. Okay.
I jumped over you on my way back.
Alright, going back to hangers and halves. And, I don't know, we could go try to sell the rest at either Grim Hex, or we could go to the Salvage Yard in Art Corp, or Yella. I'm open to thoughts.
Where do you want to go? You're steering.
I'm steering? Okay. Let's
Hangar
go...
6. Sorry, I forgot to say that. No.
Yeah, exactly. And I think decreasing the demand that was being filled by this will lead to actual smuggling being good. I just think they need to do something with these missions. Having a risky salvage where it's risky and you come in and actually salvage the ship makes sense, but I think that they need to add a risky or abandoned cargo mission, you know, where it's what it was before, they just balance it out better. Because I missed that. That was cool. Do you have a gun, Empress?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Oh, am I gonna need a gun?
Oh yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Might run into some folks. I think we might go to a salvage yard. We shall see. Because then I know we can sell everything. Alright, powering up, and we are going to get out of here. Please to open the doors, sir. Oh, do you need to request to have the doors opened?
Oh, do I?
It's your ship, yep.
That's right. Okay. Can I do that from the co-pilot seat or no?
I think you can. I don't...
That would be
I don't
cool.
know, we'll find
I'm gonna
out.
try it. Science! Okay, turn on first.
I don't know that it even needs to be on, but I've had situations where I needed to sit in the pilot seat to do it. So we're gonna test it. We're gonna find out as a team.
First I want it to turn on.
It's the self-destruct.
Where's the power button?
Oh, yeah, that.
What did you say?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Let's not self-destruct my ship. Okay. Where's the darn tootin' power buttons here? Turn on, machine.
Welcome to the Star Citizen examining buttons screen. We will both sit in different seats and examine the buttons. The Crusader M2. I don't think you need to power it on to call ATC.
I mean, I can't see any screens, but I'll try it out. I'll try it.
Yeah. Because I've called them before while my ship's not turned on from the pilot's seat. We'll see. The ERTs haven't been nerfed? Yeah, I think that might be the place to get the spicy cargo.
They are not an option to call. And I feel like to get any of my displays on, I needed to turn this sucker on, so...
Okay, why don't you get in the pilot seat?
Not happy with the co-pilot seat.
I'm not happy with co-pilot seats in general, but that's a different rant that I can go on if anyone wants to hear it. Alexa, master bedroom 5%. We're gonna put the birds to bed.
How fast that was.
Wait, I did that wrong. Alexa, master bedroom off. Alexa, bedroom light strip 1%. There we go. That is appropriate for bird bedtime. Okay, do you want me to get back in the pilot seat?
Would you like to, or...
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
We may have need of a turret gunner here before long. Yeah, so maybe next stream we try out the ERTs again. Take a spicy ship like the Retaliator, along with a good cargo ship like the C2. Obstructing parking area, impounding it. No, I am not. I'm going away from the parking area. I am unobstructing. I am de-obstructing, sir. Do not tell me that I am obstructing. Now I'm just showing off my Alexa. Having an Alexa is not that impressive, I assure you. It's kind of sad how much I use it for basic things like reading in bed and then not getting up to turn out the lights.
I mean, that's pretty nice.
Oh, what did I started reading, it's a new old series, but there were new books released, so it's like 16 books now. So I'm started rereading it. I'm up to book 4. Just got to book 4. I don't have the next. It's like a set of trilogies. It's like 4 trilogies and a quadrilogy. But I don't have the second trilogy on my Kindle, but I know I have the paperback somewhere. Problem is that I own a lot of bookshelves, if you can't tell from my camera. There's multiple all about the house, so I need to troop downstairs and go find that book tonight, probably. Because I don't work tomorrow, so I can stay up late and read books. Like a big old nerd.
It's a good night, though.
It is, yeah, that's... Don't threaten me with a good time. Alright, so we are going to go to Rio's. And you will need to get out and sell ship.
Yes.
Oh, but I'll need to get out too, because I don't think you can have anyone on the ship.
What?
I don't think you can sell while somebody's in the ship. I think that's like a known bug type thing. So, we'll land. We'll do a pass over at first and take a look for shenanigans. You're in the good turret?
Yes.
Cool. It should be fine. They're not always camped.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah, Only sometimes. But yeah, if anybody's bored tomorrow evening, I don't have an exact time because I don't know when I'll get done with stuff, but I probably will stream something tomorrow evening. And, you know, the thought for the day is you don't have to do anything on holidays that you don't want. So, you know, I know everybody gets stressed out around the holidays, and Thanksgiving is sometimes one of them, because there might be multiple places people want you to go, or stuff they want you to do, and just don't ever forget that you can kick bricks and just leave if you want to. Or not show up to things. Just be an unreliable adult. It is better for your mental sanity, you're allowed to do that. Or if someone cooks the stuffing in a way you don't like. You do not. You really, you do not have to, Sue. You don't have to. You can go and make an appearance if you want, and then just leave.
It's more trouble than it's worth.
Maybe it is. I don't know. It's worked for me. For years and years.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay. What's everybody's Thanksgiving food that they're most excited about? What about you, Empress?
Sweet potatoes with the marshmallows baked on top.
Yes.
Always.
I bought, so in the grocery delivery I just got, I have frozen sweet potatoes and marshmallows and brown sugar. And I have oven safe ceramic cups. And so I can make like just a Dan sized, they're like big cups, but I can make like a little casserole inside of it and then just put it in my convection oven. Here's the thing, I'm at the place it's at. Well, Sue, you can always just make like a teenager and go take your Game Boy to the other room and like, I'm going over here. But again, Sue, super congrats on the dream job. That's just so cool you landed that. It made my whole week. All right, we're coming up on Brios. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, also, Empress did not know that by education you were a geologist. We had this talk the other night.
It's so fun.
She was like,
so
I didn't know that. I'm like, why do you think that we're always asking him questions about rocks? Why do you think he's the rock guy?
Literally had no idea why it was happening. I was like, just someone
like
Dan calls on.
Yeah, they just like to ask him about rocks. I don't know why. Alright, we appear to be clear.
That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to get off the ship. As soon as you land, you tell me.
Go.
Well, I gotta get to the elevator.
I'm coming too.
I went down the ladder to get to the elevator because it takes forever to call up.
Cool. And learning is cool.
Well,
yes, it is.
I'm going up.
We are being so efficient right now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this.
Better. It's okay. It's okay. This is all gonna go well. I like the way sometimes my character points his gun away from you. Alright. You go, Sel.
Yeah, I don't know where to go this place. It's been forever since I've been here.
Look at all this crap sitting on the ground.
Look, Free Widow.
It's not Free Widow, that's just bait. There's a tree, and there's somebody with a sniper rifle sitting over here.
Is it in this one here?
No. Was that you shooting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was shoot pointing. It's not in this bunker, this little guy?
I think it's this one. The one that looks like an actual building.
I don't know where you are. Okay.
Yeah, it's here.
Should have been following you the whole time.
I keep running around like a madman.
Dun, 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 dun.
Harder to get shot if you keep moving. So if you're not familiar with Star Citizen, we are at a place where you can sell cargo, but it's also a place where people pirate your cargo because they know that you're here to sell cargo.
Why is nothing showing? Why isn't my ship showing up?
Is our ship too far away?
I selected
to
Brio's
select
Breaker
it.
Yard. I can only select Brio's Breaker Yard. Can't. My ship's not showing up in here for selecting location.
Are you serial? Are we too far away?
That'd be really sad.
Okay, I'm gonna go move the ship.
Okay.
Our odds of dying have now increased tenfold.
We are so good at this.
Nature documentary voice. By staying at the watering hole too long, they have made themselves a target. I mean, this is not necessarily griefing here if people are just stealing stuff. In my mind, griefing is aggroing other players with either just to be annoying or in a lot of cases where there's just no benefit. If someone were actually trying to steal our stuff here and they showed up with like a Gladius and another C2 or another M2 and they killed us, I'd be like, ah, well played. Well, fair play to you, that's part of the game. Because we're here and we don't have top cover like somebody flying a little combat air patrol. That's on us. That is us living on the wild side and just trusting that God loves fools and children. And we're one of those, potentially. Alright. This is silly, but I'm going to pull the ship up. And then get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a fine line between pirating and griefing. Because especially, and it's interesting, because once they develop the economy more, to where it's more responsive to what people do places, then there will be a legitimate in-game utility to denying an area, in the sense that, like, you just kill everyone who tries to trade in a certain area to drive prices up. Once they make the economy actually functional and responsive. But right now, people do that for really no reason. But what's interesting is, like, once there's a functioning economy, where it's, you know, dynamic like they say they want it to be, there will be a reason to do that. Because you could, if you camped the salvage yards and Grim X, you could drive up the prices for drugs that your friends are selling. If you make it so the supply dries up. I'm off the ship.
Alright, I can now access it.
Radical. It is kind of scenic here, though. I don't see Scooter. We're at Brio's Breaker Yard on Damer. Tell him Scooter sent me. See if he's got any 50% off discounts on some good ships. They need to pay that man some money and have him make some videos for SIG.
Absolutely.
Some voice acting.
69. Dang it, there's still that one thing of neon that won't sell.
Yeah, sell everything else.
Can you, like, maybe try to replant it on the ship to see if...
Okay, yeah. Did you sell everything else, including...
I did.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Then we are at some risk for getting assaulted here, but we're not at a risk of not selling our stuff. So we already made our money.
Fine with that. If I die, I die.
Exactly, yeah. I'm also going to grab this widow that's sitting out here.
Yeah, like, put it in there.
Oh, I'm putting it in there. That's free drugs right there. You don't say no to free drugs, especially if a stranger gave them to you. Shoot. Come on, mantle. Mantle. No, you want to. Grab the edge. Grab the edge. Churlish and impudent little turd. Do as you're told. Hold on, let me get a running start and come at it from the side. Yeet. Oh, I had it. I had it. I had it. I had it. We're gonna get it this time. Watch. Yeet.
There's an elevator.
What?
There's an elevator he could be using.
Tell me how to live my life.
It's not.
Oh, that was a 8 SCU of Widow, not... Oh, there's still distilled spirits here. There's a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I was sorry. I was able to sell the recycled stuff.
What was it? It was the neon that wouldn't sell.
Yeah, there's just one that on
this
on
is
both
a
of them.
2. This is a 2 neon. 2 SCU of neon. Why did the elevator just come to the middle of the ship? I didn't call it.
It
Go away,
does
elevator.
that. Like that's its default location.
I guess it just timed out and decided to go there. Okay, I moved everything around and I'm off the ship.
Okay, let's see. Oops.
Wicked Wookie should have a scooter in game. Absolutely, 100%. I don't know. I've watched him stream. He's a cool streamer, and he's done some non-Star Citizen stuff that I've enjoyed. But he mentioned at one point he applied to work for SIG, making videos, because apparently like he's done stuff like that before, in like a professional capacity. And I think they were talking about hiring him, but it would have potentially been in Manchester. And as you can tell from his accent, even when he's not doing the scooter bit, he's not from the UK, so. Yeah,
All right, with the Widow, we are at 206,879.
including the RMC, which we had like 7 or 8 crates of.
Yeah, the only thing that this is showing I could sell, but it's not in demand, is the distilled spirits.
Frickin' distilled spirits. Yeah. Oh, he lives in Appalachia. I didn't know that.
There used to be a crate up at this top bit.
Great where?
I thought there used to be a real good loot crate.
Are you
usually
are you looting right now? Are you loot goblining at this high-risk
Just
location?
taking a quick look.
Okay, well let's loot.
You know, we used to visit this place all the time before it was so dangerous. There's nothing here.
It got spicier with
It
the
did.
way the way bounties are dropping cargo and the way risky salvage which is cool actually. It's kind of a good thing that it got spicier because it's basically what they want Jumptown to be, but it's an emergent Jumptown. And I think they could probably, CIG, if you're listening, you know, because I'm such a big deal Star Citizen streamer, you could make that even cooler by rotating amongst the salvage yards and having one of them pay a little bit higher. Whether it's for certain goods or for everything. Why are there tiny scrap boxes here? Don't want any of them.
The elevator's here.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. They could rotate and like give a bonus to selling drugs at one of the scrap yards, and that would drive a lot of emergent PvP. And let the other ones continue to sell drugs at like a normal price, but if you make one of them more profitable occasionally, it'd be kind of fun. Also, you've got 4 scrap yards in game, count them 4, and 4 weekends in a month. We could do something with this. Alright, tell me when you're seated.
Seated.
Oh, we have...
Oh, this joint. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's an NPC.
Oh. Get in the turret. There's a...
You want to shoot him anyway?
What is... I mean...
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy. We should?
Yeah.
What is he in? Can you...
A Cutlass
see?
Black.
Oh.
Yeah, he's housed. I wonder if his Cutlass has drugs. That would be funny. Get wrecked, son! A little close.
It was very close, but it was good.
Come on. You know you want to get dead. Rip. He had a cool paint job, too. I know, that poor Cutlass did not have a chance. It was, I think that's what the kids call cyberbullying. Trying to scan it. Hard to scan it while it's busy falling to the ground. It had 6 people on it.
What?
Yeah, it had 6 passengers. 1, 2, 3, 4,
That is
5,
a
6.
packed cuddy.
Well, it's got those 6 jump seats in the back. Huh. How about
A
that?
bunch of dead folk.
We murdered a whole SUV full of
They
bad
were
guys.
evil. They were evil.
I mean, it's still murder. It's just justified. They have my murder penguin paint job. Exactly. They do have a cool paint job. He and his friend Queen Tamara are both
NPC
prior filmmakers. Oh, interesting. No, they were NPCs, Caffeine. I think we still would have beat a Cutlass in the M2, but it would have been a much spicier engagement. Yeah, there's an outpost nearby. They were flying around that. All right. Well, we might call it there for the night. I think because we are going to stream tomorrow. So we're going to be back tomorrow. I'm not going to promise anybody a time because I don't want to make anyone sad when I don't show up on time. But I'm thinking around like 6, 7, maybe as late as 8. But you know, if anybody else is like not feeling like doing Thanksgiving stuff, you are welcome to come hang out. I'm still not sure what game I'm going to play. I'm open to votes if anybody wants to play anything. Likely Star Citizen, but I might switch it up and play something else halfway through. And then after that, our next stream is Saturday. And look forward to a announcement on what we're doing there. I think we're going to do a charity stream for the last Saturday of the month. It'll be awesome if everybody makes it to that. But thank you a ton for being here, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. I appreciate you hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow and Saturday. And until then, take good care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Talk to you later. And thanks, Empress, for hanging out with us.
Anytime.